Hi, this is Michelle or just Michelle. So, as I've said in my other videos that, I do have lupus SLE, and I just kind of want to document how I feel today and the reason why I feel this way. So, usually when I have my infusion of Saffinello, it's every 4 weeks. But because this month in April, my infusion fell on the Monday of my anniversary. And so usually on our anniversary, we'll go somewhere. So I moved out my infusion date to the following Monday. Now, mind you, I could have just scheduled it for Thursday when I came back into town. But because I like it to be on a Monday, I look at it as like a 3-day weekend. Even though after my infusions, I usually do go back to work, but I like Mondays. And then plus I do see other patients on Mondays that I usually see in the infusion center. So I kind of like seeing them and talking to them. So that's kind of the reason why I like Mondays, because we all kind of seem to gather on Mondays. So this is when I know I need my infusion. Like, I really wish I can get off this medication. I really wish I was healed from this disease, but I've accepted it and this is where I'm at. But I always usually, sorry, my car's turned off. I'm picking up my daughter to go to the grocery store. So this is when I usually try to test myself and how I feel to see, do I really need to be on this medication as often? Because I would love to only have to go in to get my infusion 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks. I'm just really trying to determine where I am with my health and the progression of this disease. So today is one of those days I know that I continue to need my infusion. Like, I wish I can break myself from this medication, but again, this is one of these times where I know that I cannot. So literally I am crawling to my infusion tomorrow. So we got back into town on late Wednesday. I was fine, felt okay. Thursday, I felt okay. Well, I will say when we were gone, I did have an episode where I got like immediately sick. We had to go back to the hotel room for me to lay down. But I thought it was maybe something that I had ate the night before, which it could have been. But I need to go back and lay down. I think it took like a 2 or 3 hour nap and it felt fine. And I had my ginger ale. Ginger ale is my go-to when I don't feel good. Drank some ginger ale, felt better. So I'm just checking to see when she's coming out. So got back in late Wednesday. Thursday I felt okay. Friday is when I started to feel the drag. The drag meaning I'm tired. I need to lay down. Still felt okay. Wasn't like I needed to take some Alka-Seltzer Plus, as the mother go-to to make me feel good. Didn't feel like I needed that. As of yesterday morning, I woke up on Saturday. I felt terrible. Like, I wanted just to stay in the bed, but I had purchased these tickets to go to an event. And yes, it was $100 per person ticket. And I'm like, one, am not going to miss this because I paid for it. And two, I really wanted to go and I didn't want to try to find somebody to sell my tickets to. So I mustered up the energy, went, and I think being outside in 85-degree weather, it was sunny. I did have my hat on. I put on my sunscreen. It drained what remaining I had in my energy tank. Like, I was drained. The event started at 12. We got there about 12:15. It was like a 40-minute drive. I think we left about 3. While we were there was not a lot of coverage. I should have brought an umbrella. Ended up sitting at a seat with some people and it was in the shade. And when I got in the shade, I just started sweating and I knew, I'm like, okay, I'm pushing myself too far. I mean, I was sweating in the shade. Someone went and got me some water. I wasn't drinking water, but I was drinking something that had 0 sugar. I forgot what the name of the drink was, but it kept me feeling cool and refreshed, but I needed water. So someone came and got me water. I felt a little bit better. Then I was like, yeah, I'm over this. Let's go. So when I came home, I just needed to decompress. I wanted to just lay down, but I'm like, no, I got some stuff to do around the house. So I did that. This morning I got up yeah, my tank is 0 and I'm licking my energy tank for some energy. But today is Sunday. I didn't make it out to church. I did watch it online. Sundays is a day that I do cook, and I didn't want to just not cook. So my daughter's going with me to the grocery store and help me out. And this is one of the days I'm going to use my handicap sticker. I usually don't use this, but this is one of those days I need to use it. So here comes my daughter, so I'll talk to y'all later. Okay, so my experience in a grocery store was horrible. I started feeling very, very lightheaded. Thought I was getting nauseous a little bit, but just feeling very lightheaded and like I really needed to just sit down. So I kind of hurried up and got what I needed and came out of the store. My daughter was still shopping, so I just let her go ahead and shop, and I just came back out to the car so I can just kind of sit down and rest. So yeah, today is a little bit of a struggle for sure. Again, I'm just really trying to test my health and how I'm feeling between being on my infusions, but let's just say I don't think I'm at the point of going longer than my 4 weeks for my infusion. I think I better continue to stay on the 4 weeks. The most I can do is 5. I've done this before. And yeah, it's by the, well, I'll take that back. I think one time I went 8 weeks because I was living between cities and my insurance just wasn't covering me just to go to like a regular infusion center because I had not chosen a rheumatologist doctor in the area yet, so they didn't cover me, and that was difficult. I think probably the reason why I got through my symptoms then, because I was more ticked off that I was going through it and really just trying to find a doctor and explain that it's been so many weeks since I had my infusion. So I think my anger and hostility and frustration had kicked in around then, so I wasn't feeling nothing. I was just like, listen, y'all know I got lupus, I need my medication, but I got to jump through all these hoops. So hey, but yeah, I'm here at this point where I don't feel good, so I'm gonna go home and keep my original schedule to go ahead and cook on Sunday. My meal prep should allow me not to be on my feet that long. I probably can just like make what I need to make and probably sit down while I'm making it, or just be up for a little bit. But you know, while it's in the oven, I can just go ahead and take a break and sit down and wait for the food to get done so I can get through making meals. But I'm really looking forward to putting on my sleeping clothes and just chilling out. I was gonna do some things on a computer, do some work or some content for everybody, but I feel like at this point my body's saying take a rest, and I'm listening to my body to take a rest. So my infusion is tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. I will show you everything that I prepare to take as far as water intake. I take my heating pad because it's really hard for them to find a vein because I don't want a port in my chest. I'd rather just try to heat my veins up with my heating pad so they can find a vein. I take that. I take all my water. I actually put Hydro Boost in my water, a little pack, so I can be my veins can be nice and juicy. Even though I try to drink my water as much as I'm supposed to, which should be half my weight in ounces. So I try to do my best to hydrate before my infusion. I mean, weeks going into it, but definitely the day before. So when I get home, I'm gonna drink a lot of water. So yeah, just a couple things that I take with me to the doctor's office, and I gotta do blood work. So on top of getting my medication, do the blood work, and yeah. So I'm gonna take you through that. Probably when my doctor's talking to me, I won't be filming, so I'll just kind of show, me going into an infusion center. But while I think about it, I do recall that they had called me last month and told me that I think my inflammation markers were very high. So they had called after they got the lab results to ask me how I was feeling. I said I was feeling good, and she was like, we're seeing this in your lab work. You said you feel okay. Okay, we're just gonna, when you come back next month, we'll do lab works again, just see what those markers are. I think it was the inflammation markers or maybe something else. Usually I look at my lab work too. When I see it's like in the yellow or close to red, I usually, you know, do my little Google search, ask Dr. Google, what does all this mean? So I think tonight I'm looking at my lab work again, because I don't think I really looked at it that closely. Now let me just see for myself. One thing being a lupus patient, the moment I found out, or I'm gonna say diagnosed with lupus, as soon as I found out that I did have lupus, that's when I became a little more diligent looking at my lab work to see what things mean, if I'm in a danger zone or risk, or to have an infection, all that kind of stuff. I definitely stay on top of that. So I'm gonna take a look at it and kind of remind myself, what did she call me about? Hopefully my markers don't look terrible after this lab work this time, but if it does, we'll see what I get prescribed or something. I think they wanted to make an adjustment, but I think they just want to take a minute to look at my next set of labs to see if there's something that they need to do extra. So we'll see. So I'm just sitting here waiting for my daughter to come out of Ultra, or Ulta, no R in there, Ulta Beauty. And right now it's 84 degrees. I probably should close the sunroof, but I have the air on and I'm still hot. So I'm pretty sure I have a low-grade fever. And as we know, low-grade fevers don't show up on the thermometer. I just feel really clammy and hot and don't feel so good. I almost feel like I have the flu. I have those symptoms going on right now, but I'm going to just try to pull through, and after I get done eating dinner, I'm just gonna lay down. So yeah, again, I'll document more tomorrow. So bye for now. Taking my heating pad to warm up my veins before they give me the infusion so they actually can find a vein. Taking my headphones, because we're not supposed to talk on a phone or listen to our videos without them. And this is the liquid IV I was talking about that I actually pour into my water, kind of boost the hydration so they can actually find a vein easier. And I have to do a urine sample. So this, definitely give it a try. And I am taking snacks because sometimes they run a little late and I may be in there 2 or 3 hours. This is the reason why I do not drink water while I am traveling and going to my appointments. I'm definitely sending prayers for those involved in this accident. This is where I go. I am running very late because there was traffic on the interstate. So, yeah, let me go get this infusion because I don't feel good. Shoot, the good thing about it was I was late and still got to come back on time. We ain't gonna try that every time, no, because they can be a little slow and backed up. But I'm really shocked I got to come back here pretty much as soon as I walked in. So that's good. Let me smooth my hair out. But we'll see how long I gotta sit back here before the nurse comes back and the doctor. Glad I got back here because I was very late. Traffic was horrible. So if I can get my infusion done on time and get to go home, all the better, because I probably need to get in the bed because I'm not, again, feeling the best. So wish me luck. I am done with my infusion. How I feel right now, I have a little bit of a headache. So yeah, like my eyes hurt a little bit when I'm moving them. So I'm definitely on the brink of having a headache. I probably will quickly I have a banana and some nuts, but I feel like I need something a little more solid on my stomach. Because I can almost, it's weird. I can almost feel the medication on your stomach, and that's how it feels. So I think I need something solid. I'll probably just grab like a kid's burger or something, just for something on my stomach, because I still have a 40-minute drive to get home. But yes, she did mention that my inflammation markers were 33 when I was here, had my last lab work. I was trying to see what the numbers were, because I didn't look at my chart yesterday, but it was 33 and it was in red, so I'm not really sure what the range is. That's what I'm trying to say. So she was still asking like, or how are you feeling last time you was here? How do you feel now? This and that. We don't know. So they're just going to monitor it. Of course, I do labs every time I come here, so they'll probably be done in 3 or 4 days, and then we'll just see where they're at. Because if it's still high, they need to make an adjustment. But I'm also going to try to figure out what am I doing to cause my markers to be high, because I am on, you know, like vitamin D. One time my markers were high when I was using a certain powder in my shakes, and I can't remember what it was. It was green is all I know, and it caused my lab work to be off a little bit, and something was telling me like this could be it, so I stopped taking that particular powder. And then my numbers went back to normal. So we'll just see. Yeah, I wanted, again, I'm like being on medication. I don't like nothing else being added to my treatment plan. So if there's something I can do for myself instead of getting on medication, or for them to make any changes to my treatment, I don't want that. Let me just see what I can do for myself. So yeah, hopefully there's no more traffic on the interstate. Usually only way I can tell if the interstate's backed up is once I get on it. There's like, I wish there was something kind of say like, oh yeah, 85 is jacked up or something, but we'll just see. But yeah, right now I'm just gonna go across the street, grab a quick burger and head home, and I'll probably see how I'm doing as I'm driving as far as how I feel. Right now I'm starting to feel icky, so I'm hurting to finish this up, but I may need to go home and lay down for an hour or so. Yeah, just kind of get my bearings back together. Another 4 weeks. So yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. I love Culver's. They make the best burgers. Thank you for joining me on my infusion today. Talk to you in the next video.